Hello, everyone. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and here's what's happening in LA this week. It's finally here. The Martin Luther King Jr. K-Line station in the heart of Los Angeles gathered city officials for its ribbon cutting. The station is easily accessible and will provide riders the chance to connect with employment centers and LAX. Take a look.
So today we're celebrating the opening of the King Station. This is a new train line, the K-Line, that'll open in the fall. But we're debuting each of these stations. Extraordinary art, incredible workmanship that went into this. And this is in the heart of Los Angeles. This is the intersection of MLK and Crenshaw. This is a station named after the greatest civil rights hero in our nation's history, a man who visited Los Angeles, who influenced the arc of our history as well as the arc of world history.
This idea has probably been around since Mayor Bradley. It's right next to the mall, and also you have a lot of residential areas around here. You have a Casa facility not far from here, so people can easily walk and access this station either by riding their bikes, skateboarding, walking, getting dropped off, to go to a lot of places within LA.
It's going to provide access to employment centers all throughout the corridor. It'll provide connections to LAX.
Más rápido al aeropuerto cuando ya una vez esté conectada hasta allá.
Each of our stations along the K-Line has artwork, and the artwork was selected through a community-based process. You can enjoy them on your ride, and they're just really remarkable works.
Stick around to hear about housing projects the city is undertaking to continue improving the lives of Angelinos. To keep children engaged during the summer, some Rec and Park centers brought back their Summer Night Lights program. This is a chance for children and teens to come together and make friends. Check it out.
So we have our SNL programs kickstarting off from now until September 2nd. And then basically it's a free program for the community. We have free food, we have arts and crafts, and then we have sports going on, we have basketball. So it's all free for the community.
I think it brings the community together. It gives students and children a chance to come together and enjoy games, to have activities, to have free meals, and also bring something to the family to enjoy during the summer.
They mean a lot to me because I've made many friends here, and the staff are really nice, so I'm really close to them too.
Les ayuda mucho para venir a convivir con otros jóvenes y hacer como nuevas amistades, como hay nuevos niños jóvenes que se vienen a vivir, entonces empieza la convivencia. Ajá, y sí les gusta, lo extrañan cuando no está.
It's been great because a lot of the kids, they've been in the house for so long, so it's great for them to be out here running around, playing with their friends, seeing new people.
It makes me feel like I could be myself again, because when I was indoor, I just didn't feel myself. I just felt really sad inside. But now that I'm outdoors again, I kind of feel myself.
They're so used to being on their phone, especially with COVID, every day, all day. Now this is they get to connect with other children, with families, with parents, with adults, and it's something that's needed.
I'm happy because I like being here with my friends.
I'm happy because I get to be here with my friends and play sports that I like.
It brings a lot of positive engagement, community. I think it also brings less gang activity. It's somewhere that you can feel safe, somewhere that you want to be.
So it's just fun, and then they have loteria and prizes that they can win, and then water balloon tossing. So lots of fun stuff going on.
Council District 9 recently invited Channel 35 to visit the Casa de Rosas campus, a veteran housing project where 36 homeless families will live. In its open house event, organizers showed veterans that the time they gave is not forgotten.
You are in the resident lounge of the Casa de Rosas campus, which is in the University Park section of Los Angeles. And Casa de Rosas is now the home where 36 homeless veteran families can live.
I think today is really a historic moment. I mean, it's one of several projects that's opening up in the councilman's district for our most vulnerable population, which is our homeless community. This project specifically is for our veterans who served our country greatly, and it's only deserving that they have a project for them that they can feel comfortable and not have to live out on the streets.
The open house that's happening here today is an effort for the Veterans Administration Westwood and Casa de Rosas campus to come together to move the process as quickly as we can. And we hope that's what the model of the open house is, that we can make this work and we can help families move with a sense of hope that they can go and tell the story, that the time you gave in service to this country does not mean you're forgotten, because right now many homeless vets feel forgotten.
I think, the councilman has really been able to face this homelessness crisis head on since we've been dealing with this for the last couple of years. I mean, with his help and work, been able to expedite and approve over 1,000 permanent supportive and affordable housing projects. So we couldn't just do this alone. Like I said, it really takes that collaboration and coordination to really get projects like this off the ground.
So we are pleased to partner with a number of agencies where people can not only get help while they live here, but should they find that they can move out. In my dream, that someone will leave from here and go to homeownership. Then they already have a community where they are.
If there's anybody that they know that's homeless or facing homelessness, I encourage each and every one to contact our office at area code 323-846-2651, and our office will do our best to help anybody that's in need.
Casa de Rosas is one of many housing projects in the city. Later in the show, we'll talk to LA Family Housing's executive director and learn about how the city at large is tackling homelessness. To combat the summer heat, we drink water to stay hydrated, but there are many other things we can do to stay cool and prevent accidents. The LAPD shared some very valuable tips that can help us enjoy the summer while staying safe. Let's take a look.
When it gets hot, you drink a lot of water. Make sure you drink water, stay hydrated, wear clothing appropriate for the heat. And let's say you want to wash your car or something, it's better off if you do it in the morning or in the afternoon when the sun's not out. So never leave your children or senior citizens, pets inside of a vehicle. And the reason I say that is because let's say it's 90 degrees outside. So inside the vehicle, it gets up to 120 degrees in 20 minutes, and it could get up to 145 in 40 minutes. Another important thing that people don't think of maybe is when it's hot outside, they open their windows. Let's say you live in the second floor, a child can jump out of the window, or even a pet. So just make sure that you're always aware of your child or the pet, or leave the window closed if it's possible. There's also a lot of cooling centers. You can call 311 to see where these cooling centers are in your area.
The 988 Mental Health Crisis Lifeline is now assisting callers. Metro extends its half-price fares until December 2022, and Los Angeles celebrates Disability Pride Month. These stories up next on City Beat.
Individuals that are experiencing a mental health crisis can now call or text 988 for assistance. The new nationwide program has been created to provide a safe access point to ask for help. The Lifeline will connect individuals to a network of counselors trained in addressing mental health care needs. The Lifeline is the result of a bipartisan bill passed in 2020 and has received $432 million in funding from the Biden administration. Metro has extended its half-price transit pass discount program from July to December 2022 to provide economic relief for Metro riders. Regular 1-day, 7-day, and 30-day passes have been discounted 50% since January 2022 to help alleviate the financial impact of the pandemic. Metro will use the info gathered during the promo period to develop recommendations for pricing for future full-price passes. To learn more information about all of Metro's discounted fare programs, visit metro.net/fares. The City of Los Angeles is celebrating Disability Pride Month during July. Disability Pride is a month to recognize, honor, and discuss the diverse lives of those within disability communities. The month commemorates the passing of the landmark Americans with Disabilities Act in July 1990.
We will not accept, we will not excuse, we will not tolerate discrimination in America.
As people with disabilities constitute the nation's largest minority, it is important to strive for more inclusive and accessible communities. To learn about the resources available to Angelenos with disabilities, family members, and caregivers, visit disability.lacity.org.
Did you know that about 4,500 children citywide are fed daily thanks to the Rec and Park Summer Lunch Program? These free grab-and-go lunches are a great opportunity for children and families to have a well-balanced diet. Check it out.
So our grab-and-go lunches that we have here gives parents that sense of ease that their child will have an opportunity to have a well-balanced diet throughout the day. And sometimes for our low-income communities, it is the full meal that they will have for the day. We have a set time where food is dropped off. It's a balanced diet, so it includes a milk, a vegetable, a protein, and then we go ahead and pass it out at a certain time, and then the other children in the community are able to grab it as well.
We have a variety of items on the menu, like sandwiches, oven-fried chicken, chicken tenders, hamburgers. Today, actually, we have hamburgers.
So citywide, we feed roughly 4,500 children a day, and currently we're about 130,000 children. We have about 3 more weeks of summer left, so that number will just increase.
So this summer, there are 99 parks that are participating with the Summer Lunch Program. So we have parks in the Valley, we have parks in downtown LA, Northeast LA, all the way to the San Pedro area.
We have plenty of families here that are in need of some type of resources for food, whether it's getting here early and not having time to pack lunches. They are at least knowing that their child is going to be gone for the day and fed, and a well-balanced diet. So there's also other kids around the community that have that opportunity to have a well-balanced diet here at the park, and it's an opportunity for them to engage as well with the community.
In these times with inflation the way it is, I think it's really great for families. I think they save a lot of money by coming and participating in the free grab-and-go lunch program.
Knowing that we're feeding a child or families that are coming to the park just kind of puts a sense of ease, not only just as a director here at the park, but also, someone that has small children in their family as well.
Hansen Dam is the largest municipal pool in the country where Angelenos can swim and also watch movies. Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez was on site to tell us about her annual movie nights at the pool and the importance of offering events and programming at no cost for families. Here's that story.
So today we're having our annual movie nights at the pool. Hansen Dam Aquatic Center is the largest municipal pool in the country, and I'm really proud that it's in my district. It's become one of my favorite events annually where we host families to watch one of our movie nights here from the pool. So I'm really proud that we have this amenity here in the district. And for me, creating this type of programming is very unique. Clearly, it attracts a lot of families to come on out and enjoy our summer nights here in the San Fernando Valley.
We're here in the Hansen Dam Recreation Pool, and we're having a free event watching the Encanto movie. There's a lot of families, it's a lot of cultures, it's a beautiful event.
I just happened to come here today, and I knew there was going to be a movie night, and then they have the food trucks. You get to meet other people here. You get the kids come to enjoy the pool. There's food, just coming and everybody come together in the summer. So I'm happy I came today.
Well, what's really important is that we continue to offer events and programming that are at no cost for families. We know through the course of the pandemic that, I represent a very hard-working class community, and I think it's really important that we provide really quality programming for young people and their families to enjoy together that doesn't break the bank. And they don't have to leave their neighborhood in order to enjoy it.
So much fun. My daughter loves it. We come here a lot all the time, maybe 3-4 times a week. So it's amazing having this chance to be here and enjoy this event.
This free event means a lot because where I stay, there's no pool. So one, we get a pool, two, we get a chance to watch a movie that everyone enjoys. Family and friends come out. It's pretty awesome.
For many families, having a swimming pool is not a luxury that they can afford. And so to be able to enjoy this in this way, it's a special experience that they won't forget.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Have a good time, guys. Enjoy the movie.
I just want to say thank you to Monica for making this event happen. It's been amazing. We're actually really excited to see Luca within the next 2 weeks. We're having another event here, and we're so excited to come back.
If you haven't had movie nights in CD7, then you've missed out. We only do it like this in CD7.
Founded in the 1920s by the Japanese American community, the Japanese Union Church in Los Angeles was designated a cultural historical monument in 1986. What is an example of the layering of Los Angeles history and a witness to displacements and social changes is today a multimedia arts center for everyone to enjoy.
I'm so happy to be able to talk about the Japanese Union Church of Los Angeles, which was Cultural Historical Monument number 314. It was designated a Cultural Historical Monument in 1986. This is a wonderful example of the layering of Los Angeles history.
This 14,000 square foot building is an adaptive reuse project of the Little Tokyo Service Center, where we converted the historic Union Church into the multimedia arts center that it is today.
So the Japanese American community founded the church in the 1920s. They had been living in Los Angeles for many years before that, but they came together and started the church in 1923. They were able to hire a very prominent architect at the time. His name was H.M. Patterson, and he had designed other churches, and he decided neoclassical architectural design. So it looks very traditional. It does not have any of the elements of what we consider Japanese culture or the aesthetics of Japanese culture. Fast forward to later on in American history when the Japanese internment occurred in the 1940s. And so this church became part of another layer of Los Angeles history. So sadly, the Japanese were removed from Little Tokyo, sent to internment camps. And during this period of World War II, African Americans were coming to Los Angeles from the South. And this church became a sanctuary for them. They were coming here to work. Some of them lived in the area. In fact, my own grandfather lived on San Pedro, a few blocks from here, in the 1940s during that period. So Bronzeville was a time when many African Americans came in after Japanese were displaced because of the war, and they started their own businesses in some cases. There was a jazz scene here, music, but that period only lasted for a short time. And when after the war, a Japanese American community came back to Little Tokyo, they were able to reestablish their community institutions, including this church.
Today, this building is home to 3 Asian American Pacific Islander arts organizations: Visual Communications, LA Art Corps, and East West Players.
It's a wonderful example of a space that brings people together for performances. Not only Asian American performances, but all different ethnic groups have come here to use the space. The arts have a platform here. So it's really important to preserve these places and share their histories so that people know that people from all over the world and indigenous people have been in Los Angeles for hundreds of years.
In this week's feature story, our own Maria Hall-Brown sits down with the executive director of LA Family Housing, Stephanie Klasky-Gamer. We discuss their core mission to transition people out of homelessness and poverty and the future for the organization at this crucial point in time. Let's hear her story.
I am delighted to be joined today by the Executive Director of LA Family Housing, Stephanie Klasky-Gamer. So nice to be here.
Welcome. We're so thrilled to have you here at the Irmis Family Campus at LA Family Housing. LA Family Housing remains rooted in that understanding that there are multiple solutions to end homelessness in people's lives, from the immediate short-term intervention to get people indoors off the streets, but ultimately to permanently end homelessness for them, they need an apartment that is safe, affordable, and accessible.
But there's a lot more than that besides the permanent housing. So what are the focuses?
So LA Family Housing, at the core of all of our work, is rooted in the mission to help families and individuals transition out of homelessness and poverty.
You know, being an optimistic person, you obviously are, or else you wouldn't be dedicated to this field for so long. Where do your hopes and dreams lie?
My hopes and dreams lie in changing the narrative. I want people to feel confident that they've seen success. They've seen success in one person who they used to see outside of their grocery store every week, who moved into interim housing, moved into their own home. I think our best move is developing more housing. Our best move is supportive housing across Los Angeles, because with that, we will see success. We will see people moving off of our streets. But we have to change the narrative that nothing's getting done, because as you said, I'm an optimistic person, but I also rely on data. There is a ton getting done, and there are thousands of people's lives who are transitioning out of homelessness and poverty every day. We just need to share their stories.
Learn how to make sourdough bread from an expert. Bring your toddlers to an interactive outdoor performance, or enjoy the third live music show of the Skirball Summer Concerts. All this up next on Things to Do.
Bread making became a top hobby during the pandemic, and now's your chance to get in on the baking trend. Learn how to make sourdough starter and bread at the West Los Angeles Regional Library with a free in-person workshop. Bree Wakeland, a food preservationist who regularly leads workshops around the city, will be teaching participants how to successfully make sourdough starter and bread, which they'll be able to take home with them. The Sourdough Bread Workshop is recommended for teens and adults and will take place in the community room in the West Los Angeles Library on Sunday, August 7th at 1:30 p.m. For more details, check out lapl.org/events. Attention families and parents of young kids in Los Angeles. The Arroyo Seco Regional Library is holding an end of summer celebration in the park. Bring your babies and toddlers to this free in-person storytelling event where they will enjoy an interactive outdoor performance of Snook Nook and the Robot Puppet Show, face painting, and more fun activities. Bring your own picnic blanket to join in on this fun event. The end of summer celebration in the park will take place at the Eagle Rock Recreation Center on Saturday, August 6th at 10 a.m. For more information, visit lapl.org/events. Do you feel like grooving to live music that tells stories of humanity? Then you should check out the free concert of Nefesh Mountain, the boundary-pushing bluegrass Americana band which shares the beauty of Jewish culture with the world. This concert is part of the 25th summer concert season at the Skirball, which brings together an eclectic lineup from around the world to Los Angeles. Everyone is welcome to attend this free concert, where first come, first served walk-up tickets will be available. The Nefesh Mountain concert will take place at the Skirball Cultural Center on Thursday, August 4th at 8 p.m. with doors and galleries opening at 6:30 p.m. For more details about the concert and the venue, visit skirball.org/programs. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's it for this edition. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at lacityview.org, and we're also on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.